It's your boy Zappa, professional stranger, and welcome back to Saturday. It's Exit Fate. Last time, we told two different legions to fuck right off. This time, we're under arrest for treason.
Do you see now, Counselor? You were right from the beginning. Now we've finally seen the continuous threat that Kurgan posed to our nation, and the treachery of its people. We can't defend him any longer. This is a direct attack on our country.
Please calm down, Governor. We don't have all the facts yet. We shouldn't jump to any conclusions.
Jumping to conclusions, the evidence speaks for itself. We must set an example. Disband the Elysium army and bring it under command of our own people. Make its commander pay for betraying our trust. We're running out of patience, Counselor, and so are the people. You will reach the same conclusions we have, and you will lose their support if you do not take action. The future of the very nation you've built is at stake here.
Listen to me carefully. Bonk is dead, Highland is out of control, and we've lost Helmand Island. This is the worst situation we've been in since the formation of the State Union. A signal of unity of the people of this country is necessary. What better way than make an example of that Kurgan man who embodies exactly what we struggle against? That traitor deserves it.
Captain Earl, please tell me you haven't lost your mind as well. You've arrested that traitor, haven't you?
Yes, Daniel Vineyard is in our custody. Captain, the governors are telling me that Colonel Vineyard has brought our nation to the brink of destruction. What is your take on the matter? It's clear to me that Colonel Vineyard has no sense of loyalty to us, and he only follows orders when it suits his own goals. Regardless of what his reasons were, he kept information about Kurgar's plans from us and disobeyed direct orders. I will not make any judgments about the future of our country, but he has disgraced the state army with his actions. I'm sorry. I failed. Daniel Reader will stand trial in state court. They'll decide what happened to him. Sounds like a sham trial. Oh, exile it. Save game. Special slot 5. Is this a chapter change? Could be. Mr. Vineyard, nice to meet you. My name is Bill. I'm the lawyer who will be presenting you in court. A lawyer? I never asked for one. Well, that may be so, but I was hired on behalf of the Elysium Army by Angel of Winter. Oh. Yeah? Yeah, alright. What? That other thing is stupid, though. Angel? Angel hired you to defend me? It would be in your best interest to allow me to help you. I don't want to come across as arrogant, but my case history is good. I'm sorry, but I don't need your help. I have my reasons for what I've done, and that's exactly what I'll say in court. I don't need anyone to bend the truth. I have to do this myself, or I'll never be able to convince them. But Mr. Vineyard, even if you have your reasons, can you really express them in such a way that it will sway the court? You may believe that you are right, and perhaps you are, but that's not enough. Being right does not mean being perceived as such. It is my task as your lawyer to understand your motivations and properly convey them to the court in the form of a plea built upon the foundations of the state law. Forgive me for saying so, as I haven't heard the full story yet, but aren't you in this situation precisely because your words do not have the desired effect? And may I remind you that the law states that if you are not satisfied with your lawyer, you may replace or remove him at any time. Truly, you will lose nothing by allowing me to organize your defense. I don't know. I can't help but feel if my message passes through to someone else, it will lose its effect. But the Elysium Army specifically hired you to defend me. If you've been there, you must have seen it. All those people, They followed me this far of their own free will. They did everything I asked of them. When I asked them to risk their lives for me, they did it. And now all they're asking from me is to accept your help on their behalf. If I go out there on my own and lose, I will never be able to face them again. I'll accept your help. I'll do my very best to live up to my client's expectations. First of all, and most importantly, you'll have to tell me your side of the story. I'll be up a while. It all started several months ago, and a lot has happened since then. Oh my, it seems there's even more to the story than I was anticipating. However, I don't think most of it will be relevant to our case. First, let's go through the actual charges against you. Now, first and foremost, there's a charge of treason against the state union. This is the main charge, and the most serious. It's also likely to be the only charge you can contest. Now let's see. First of all, would you say the decisions you made were the ones you thought would be the best for the state? Definitely. Maybe not the ones in charge, but yes. In my view, the choice I made was the best interest of everyone, including the state union. Well, then the next step would be to convince the judge that your standpoint is correct, or at the very least, justifiable. Treason, after all, is defined as taking actions to harm one's country, in this case, the state union of Zelmeroni. If it turns out your decision was indeed beneficial to the country, then there would not have been any treason. Even if the judge decides your actions hurt the state union, but not intentionally so, the charges would be significantly weakened. So I decided that it was just bad judgment on my side. The sentence would be a lot lower. Well, yes, it may be difficult to have you acquitted of all charges, but we can at most certainly avoid the worst fate. Now, we shall move on. It would seem that the decision you made, one in particular, was questionable. I'm referring here to refusal to inform the state army of the upcoming Kurgard attack. That's understandable, but I have my reasons for that. Please tell me as much as you can. Any detail would help. I won't lie. First, the reason I told no one else was because I simply hadn't made up my mind yet. But I don't think this is relevant. By the time I did make a decision, there was still more than enough time left. But even then, you remained silent. Why? To explain that, I have to explain why I have to make the choice that I made. There were 4 options open to me. Fight Kurgard, aid Kurgard, do nothing, or prevent the battle altogether. As an officer serving under the Council of Zelmany, the right thing for me to do was to fight alongside the Matric Guard. We could have defeated Kurgard that way, but don't get me wrong, it still would have been a very bloody battle. Besides, it wouldn't have even brought down Kurgard. It would have rendered them incapable of continuing the war for now, but they would have definitely been itching for revenge. Now, had I chosen to join the Kurgard forces, well, I don't think I have to explain to the court why I didn't do that. Finally, if I had chosen to do nothing, the outcome would have been either of the 2 I just mentioned. The only difference, it would have made even more casualties on both sides. I see. Now, what in particular moved you to intervene like you did? Well, I think it's very simple, actually. You see, through our combined efforts, we managed to defeat General Kaser and his 2nd Legion in Mayfall. That was something they never anticipated. We struck back with unexpected force. But I think the plan for Leonis' attack were already being developed when Kaser was defeated. General Knight, joined in on these plans, giving them no fewer than 3 ways of achieving victory. But Leonis was defeated, and although we lost Highland, we reclaimed Mayfall, and the Matrix defenses were still impenetrable. General Knight was already underway at the time, and turning back would have been too dangerous. To put it shortly, this is Kurgard's last chance at truly defeating the State Union. I believe this could very well be the end of the war, and it was that belief that motivated me. Why risk the lives of thousands of people when the result will not change anything? If anything, I was hoping to reduce the strife between Kurgard and Zelmany somewhat. That is an interesting point. In the end, you were just protecting the lives of your men. I'll leave it at that for now. The trial is still a good month away, but we should waste no time with our defense. I'll return in a couple of days after I've done more investigation on the matter, and most likely there will be more visits after that. Thank you for helping me. But it's my job. Or it's but my job. Whatever. Time for a nap. Jovian. Angel. Always three of us. Three? That's right. Three. As I've said before, she's deceived you. Is that the truth? Why would I lie to you? Then they've deceived me too. No, they were deceived themselves. Hey, wake up. Avoid her at all costs.
It's fine. Follow me.
What? But it's only been a few days?
There's no time to wait, and there's no question about your guilt anyway. Now come with me. Everyone's waiting.
Too many widows. Boo, what's the meaning of this? Please calm down. It was out of my control. I was only informed the date of the trial last night. It's extremely unconventional, but I'm afraid it's not illegal. Due to the nature of the charges, they want a rich and fast verdict. So there's nothing we can do. I'm afraid not. Thankfully, I was already expecting this case to go to court quickly, and I was able to finish my work as well as I could. Trust me, Mr. Vinny, you do stand a chance. I wish I shared your optimism. We're here to support you, sir. Thank you. Let's see, I can spot Shiro. Maybe Sid? No, it's not Sid. Grandpa, Innkeeper, Boat Girl. No, that's just a redhead mage. I think it's just those three anyway. Whatever. Huh? Governor Bosch is here too. He's only here to watch, I believe. I don't like it. I have a bad feeling about all of this. Oh, look!
I announce to you the 4738. The State vs. Daniel Vineyard. All rise for Honorable Judge Durant.
Everything's ready. You sure about this?
Yes, you've come too far to let it in here. For Ayara and I, there's never been any doubt. But you, Lord Shiro, you're a respected citizen as already. Do you really want to go through with this?
I owe him my life, saving me from Blackwater. Until I've repaid my debt, my loyalty lies with him. Also, Bast agreed with our plan, so I will go along with it. I told you, Colonel Windsor, you can trust Lord Shiro. It's a good thing you're with us. Thanks to your status, it's easy to get inside. With the preparations ready, we can't fail. Let's at least wait for the outcome of the trial before we take any rash action. Indeed, our defense so far is having the right effect, and we may convince the judge yet. the Switten stage is called? I don't know what that's about. It's what's for now.
Tell me, you all remember the Elysium Army, correct?
Yes, that's right. I recently moved there from the State Army, and now I'm a lieutenant there.
Now, Mr. Vineyard, you came shortly after that, didn't he? Could you describe to the court what he said to you?
Yeah. About 3 weeks ago, he approached me and a few others. First, he just asked some innocent questions, like how I felt about being the Elysium Army and how much we trusted him.
But then he asked you a very unusual question, didn't he?
That's right. When our answers seemed to please him, he asked us to return to the capital and act as spies for him. He said that he wanted our help to overthrow the State Union.
That's a lie. I knew it from the start that something was wrong. It's all a setup.
Let me handle this. You added, while the claims the witness has made are grave, they do not seem to agree with the established facts. Say that my guy indeed had plans for a coup d'etat. Why, then, did he stop Kurgard's forces from attacking the capital? As I've already shown, my client's actions have in no way caused harm to the State Union. He prevented an attack on the capital and the loss of many of our countrymen's lives. This was a logical course of action for someone who seeks to bring down Zelmany.
What you're saying is true, as long as you're assuming Mr. Vineyard is a Kurgard agent. If you let the facts speak for themselves, it's clear that his aim was to seize power in Zelmany for himself. He had to ward off Kurgard as not to endanger his own plans.
These are completely unfounded accusations. There is no situation in which the choice that my client made would be more beneficial than some alternative, unless his aim was to prevent the battle and subsequent loss of lives. If he indeed wanted power himself, would the obvious choice be to weaken his enemies? He could have stood aside while the State Union and Kurgard fought each other.
I don't believe this, they're making it up. The girl doesn't stand a chance like this.
I wouldn't say that. His lawyer's doing a good job countering their arguments.
Well, let's hope for the best.
Shh! The judge is speaking.
This is indeed a controversial case. Despite the fact that the defendant's actions and his responsibility for its results are clear, many questions have been posed about his motives. However, the evidence for his betrayal of the State Union is inconclusive, and arguments to that end do not sufficiently explain his choices. Based on this, it has not been proven that the defendant conspired to overthrow the State Union of Zelmany, and he will be cleared of these charges. That is not all, however. Although nothing has been conclusively proven, strong suspicions still exist. Furthermore, the defendant disregarded a direct order and withheld crucial information. Since the entire nation is currently at risk, such actions will be construed as treason by themselves, due to the potential to divide the country and sow confusion. This, combined with existing suspicions and the fact that the defendant has only recently become a citizen of the State Union, forces me to declare the following sentence. Mr. Vineyard, you have been found guilty of treason against the State Union of Zelmany, among lesser charges. You will be relieved from all your duties as Colonel of the State Army and detained until your punishment is determined. That's unacceptable! What are you doing? This may be our only chance, sir. We can't let this happen to you. Do you really want it to end here, Daniel? Are you giving up your fight? I guess. I've already passed the point of no return. The outcome of this trial has already been decided in advance, hasn't it, Governor? All that awaits me here is my execution. Don't just stand there. Seize them! Yeah, no. Sir, let's get on what we can. Went as far as you want. It's already over.
dead or alive, you'll serve as an example for those who place our personal ideas above the needs of the state union. Are my headphones not on? Are the headphones dead? Because I hear no audio on my sub. And there's definitely audio playing, so present. The problem is entirely personal. So let me get my headphones working. Yeah, there we go. Cole! Uh-oh, not on the right. Okay. I heard a commotion inside. Did you have to run? Quick, hand back our weapons. Ooh, of course. We've got no time to lose. We have to get out of town before the whole magic guard comes after us. Formation. Not a bad formation. I mean, I'm gonna center it. Yeah, that's fine. Random encounters. It's not fun. Oh. Shit, I'll take that though. Dude. Fireball! Next level fire spell. Let's go. Pop that real quick. Yep. Yeah, good stuff. Start now. What's going on? Please don't hurt me. Chomp. Damn. can't go that way then. Alright. Always go the wrong way. Uh-oh. It's a dead end. Do you have to fight your way through? Quick, sir, you can go out this way. Huh. You gonna make it in time? What are you fools doing up there? Come on, close the gates! Oh, seems you were held up. Do you want to take on the leader of the Elysium army? We made it! Let's hurry back to Elysium before the rest catches up with us. Daniel! Jovian? We managed to get everyone out safely. Good to hear. Guess it turned out like we were expecting, huh? Yes, he was definitely set up. They're going to convict him of treason one way or another. Good thing we got you out in time then, right? Why are you doing this for me, Jovian? Why? We're friends, aren't we? Think I'd let you rot in state prison? Jovian. What about the rest of you? Are you all okay with this? You'll be seen as accomplices from that. I'm merely following orders. I'm staying here until the counselor recalls me. It's not the first time I had a run-in with Matrick, but this time they've gone way too far. I won't let them get away with it. I thank you all. Because of you, Sir! Sir! It's the Matrick Guard. They're on their way here. They couldn't take you back by force. What? Matrick Guard. Ugh. Might just be a show of force, but they're probably being pushed to take back whatever means necessary. We want to get rid of you quickly, but as long as you're a free man, there's a good chance they're playing comeback fire. What are you going to do, sir? There's no question about what he's going to do. He's going to fight to the end. But they turned their backs on you, Daniel. After all you've done for them, there's no way back anymore. You're gonna hand yourself over to those people who betrayed you and throw away everything you've achieved up until now? But I can't ask women to fight against the state army, can I? Do you know what's going on? If you tell them exactly what happened, I'm sure many of them will take up arms and defend you. It's fine if some of them refuse to fight. We can replace them with my own men. Wait, you mean your whole 3rd Legion is here? Things haven't been standing still here.
There's no more time, Daniel. You have to get ready for the magic guard gets here, so hurry up. You have the last preparations to make, and do it quickly.
Which is, I guess. I think that's what I do kind of want that. Because that tends to put them out of range. I know that's super risky, but they attack behind. Yeah, it's decent. Goodness, with sneezing. Let's make you a wall. Let's go ahead. I'm going to take you. I'll just give you numbers. I'll take you and give you that. Alright. I'm gonna risk it. Hold What is this? Your human two can use to put up any vents. We set up solid vents. They'll probably retreat by themselves. Do you want to save your progress? Yeah. It will stay forever loyal to you, but to the state union, and yet I can't allow grave injustice like this to pass. Even if we win this battle, well, but just after that. And ready as we're gonna be. Great, let's do it. Daniel Vineyard, this is your last chance. Surrender at once or come out unarmed. You think you're coming back to you after all you've done to him? What? So, as soon as it's convenient, you run back to your Kurgard friends, huh? You'll pay the price for betraying our trust. Oh boy. Kurgard outside. Fuck me, dude. What? Forgive me, Captain. I must withdraw. Damn it! Finish this for me, Daniel! Excellent. Out. Lift. Yes. Damn, really? Yeah, I was like, you almost have evasion. Out. You've brought ruin upon us all. We underestimated their numbers. We'll have to regroup before we can make a successful attack. Everyone withdraw to the capital. What? They're running away. Hey! Hey! Uh. Yeah, I bet they weren't expecting us to put up a good fight. They didn't even know how fast to run. They'll think twice about trying to capture the colonel now. They'll soon realize how much they've lost by abandoning Daniel. Yeah, that's right. You brought our march to Matrix to a standstill all by yourself, Daniel. If it weren't for you, somebody would have long fallen by now. You'd think they'd be a little more grateful to you, wouldn't you? They can't stand seeing a Kirk Guardian show them up like that. Daniel? Who am I now? Everything I built up is gone. Where do I go from here? Before I knew it, 5 days had passed. Sorry to bother you, sir, but we can't wait any longer. You must make a decision now. You're kind of confused. They want to know what's going on, but you won't tell them. I just mean a few hundred men have already packed and left. If you wait any longer, this number will increase exponentially. You're right, but what should I do? I see no other option than quit fighting altogether and leave the country. I wanted to help Zelmany, but I'll never be able to go back now. Again, I've been made a traitor for crimes I never committed. It would have been one thing if they just didn't understand my actions, but they just used it as an excuse to get rid of me. I have no other choice but to disband the Elysium army, but it's all I have left. Without Elysium, I'm nothing. It's sad, but I just don't know what to do. I understand that, but these people have the right to know what's going on, even if it causes them all to leave. You don't have a choice. The reason I'm here is because the captain has just released a statement. I haven't made it public yet, but I will have to do it sooner or later. A statement. She's calling for all members of the Elysium Army to return to Manchester before the end of the week. Everyone who does so voluntarily will retain their rank in the state army. However, anyone who fails to comply will be considered a traitor to the state union. Aside from you, everyone is eligible. They're trying to isolate you by putting your men with their backs to the wall. It's over. As soon as this gets out, everyone will leave me. There's no point in staying anymore if there's nothing we can do. The Elysium army is finished. It's over. That's not the Daniel I know. Can you leave us alone for a moment? Of course. So you see now, Daniel, I was right all along. Zelmany and Kurgard can't coexist. There's a deep-rooted mutual hatred between the two countries. It may not always show clearly, but it's definitely there. You're evidence of that. As soon as they got an opportunity to convict you, they did. No, you aren't right. You can talk about how it's impossible to coexist, but at least I tried instead of immediately advocating the conquest of Zelmany. In fact, it's not even about me. Even if I fail, that doesn't mean it's impossible. My choice may not have been the best either. Pat do want to take me to sound good, but it just doesn't work in the world we live in. The struggle isn't going to end well until one side comes out victorious. Do you understand, Jovian? The vast majority of the people who are here are no different from us. All they want is to live in peace. It's always the select few who ruin it for the rest, over petty arguments or because of their own greed. I know you're not the same as them, Jovian. You want to put an end to the constant war between Kurgard and Zelmany too, but it doesn't work like that. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe it's not possible to convince everyone through words alone. But you're wrong too. People here, you're no different from all those warlords before you who fought for their own reasons. You can't just conquer this country and tell them to like you. It doesn't work. So what's the solution then? I don't know. Maybe this conflict is going on for so long there is no solution. Hey, if you say neither of us can do it, then why don't we team up together? Team up together? Zelmany is approaching its end. It's almost inevitable now, especially now that they can't rely on the Elysium army. If you can't convince the leaders of the State Union, then I'll crush them. If I can't win the common people on my side, then you'll speak with them. Maybe the solution is somewhere in the middle. No, it's not necessary. Kurgard's been weakened too much to continue the war. We can finally put an end to it now. It's time to forge a long-lasting peace between the two countries. In our current situations, they can't refuse. You're wrong. I guess you haven't heard the news yet. The news? This war is far from over yet. The State Union of Zelmany has officially declared war on the Kurgard Kingdom. What? But I don't understand. They could have ended the war here. By doing this, they're announcing that they will now be on the offensive as well. Now Kurgard will stop at nothing until they're at the gates of Matric. How can they do this in their situation? It's suicide. And do you know the worst part is? It's because of you they've gone this far. You're now a traitor, the worst kind of them. In their view, they welcome you into their country only for you to stab them in the back. After we've done all this for him, how could he do that? That's what they're thinking. Doesn't matter what your intentions were. They've already made sure that the majority of them will see you as an enemy. But I fought and risked my life for them. Protect the land they lived in. I give them hope. That's right. You gave them hope. You showed them that Kurgard can be defeated. Now the same hope is turning them against you. Kurgard has shown once again that they can't be trusted. If we don't sting them down to them, they'll go run someday. It's in our nature to think that way. Daniel, do you stand now? We have to keep fighting. If you and I join forces, we can do it. We can put into the hatred. But until now, regardless of how it had been, I always thought I could just do what was right. I thought if I just kept making the choices I considered right, I could achieve my goals. Now, it seems it's not enough. I've been too naive. I didn't realize that some people would not understand no matter what. Jovian, I have to apologize. Without directly realizing it, I betrayed our friendship. At first, it was just a sense of doubt, but it slowly grew to distrust and further. I blamed you simply because I had nothing else to blame it on. That was the wrong thing to do. After talking to Angel, I realized it was me who had changed, not you. The longer we'd been apart, the more my view of you changed into something worse. I can't imagine what it was like for you, but at the same time, I couldn't understand why you'd blame me. It's because of all the things you said to me back at St. Renard. We were similar in the sense we both had dreams we wanted to accomplish. At that time, I was just thinking, how far is he willing to go to achieve his goals? Would he set up a close friend to fulfill his dreams? I see what you mean. If I had chosen between sacrificing my friends or never being able to pursue my dreams ever again, I honestly don't know what I'd choose. Something you can't really decide unless you're actually faced with that choice. But I'll tell you one thing, Daniel. I was never in a situation like that. We may have had different options, but not once did I consider you the obstacle. Then, I'm sorry for thinking you did. People make strange choices under pressure. I think the only ones who put up our friendship above everything else was Angel. Angel? Are you angry at her now? I should be, but really the way it turned out was all for the better. If it weren't for her, we wouldn't be standing here together. If you're right, then even if my plan had worked, peace and tell me wouldn't have lasted. Let's do it properly this time. Jovian, what if I joined your side? What about the Kelsinger incident? I'm still being held responsible for it. Don't worry about it. There's already some doubt about whether you were actually responsible for it or not. I know Case here wasn't really buying it, and I'm obviously on your side too. As long as you're on our side again, it'll be fine. We'll back you up. But what if it turns out to have been me all along? What do you mean? Angel told me about it, Jovian. About the times I did things without remembering any of it. What if something similar happened at Kelsinger Pass? She told you, and you still remember it? You used to forget a minute after it was mentioned. Are you changing somehow? In any case, even if you went out of control like before, why were our men under attack from soldiers? I don't know what really happened, but I do know that it had to have been prepared in advance. It's nothing like those times. Tell me, Jovian, what happened to me at that time? Please, don't ask that of me. I don't want to think about it anymore. It's honestly one of those terrifying things I've seen in my life. But if it wasn't me, and it wasn't you, then who was it? I don't know, but we'll have plenty of time to find out once the war is over, won't we? So, you made up your mind yet? That's right. I have to make a decision. Help me gather everyone in the meeting hall. I'm going to make an announcement. Announcement. We saved this shit. And next time, we'll see what Daniel's decision is. I thank y'all for watching. And as always, SIEG ZEON.